Recently, the construction of India's new parliament building was completed, and within a few days it caused a massive uproar in neighbouring countries, mainly because of a map on the wall of the new parliament building. The map, called Akhand Bharat, which means undivided India. The India in this map includes not only today's India, but also Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and parts of Afghanistan. My dear friends, behind this incident is Narendra Modi's highly ambitious dream, the dream of a Hindu nation state.
Independent Islamic Republic in India.
At the Independent Islamic Republic, we respect all parliament buildings across the globe who try to uphold the rule of law. The parliament is an authentic official place, represents the position of a country everywhere. But what Narendra Modi has done here is completely wrong. The map was not hung with good intentions. A spokesperson for India's Ministry of External Affairs said the map was simply depicting the development of the ancient Mauryan dynasty and Emperor Ashoka's philosophy of responsible and people-centered governance.
Depicts the spread of the Ashokan Empire and the idea of responsible and people-oriented governance that he adopted and propagated.
His statements are highly questionable. This Akhand Bharat concept isn't new in India. It has existed since the time of the Indian independence movement, and even during Mahatma Gandhi, the famous leader of India's independence movement. He also agreed with these positions. Originally, the purpose of this slogan was to resist the British colonialists and awaken the national consciousness of the natives. However, today as India's power grows, nationalism and right-wing forces in India are also growing, and the purpose of showing the map of Akhand Bharat at the new parliament is not what it originally meant. These right-wing forces in India are mainly Hindu nationalist organizations, the most famous of which is the RSS, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. This group has a history of nearly 100 years. It originated during the Indian independence movement, and its advocacy is to unite the Hindu community into a Hindu state and take back all the countries which parted ways with India. They live in dreamland, like the neo-Nazis in Ukraine and the Salafist jihadists in Idlib. Because times have changed, India today is not a religious state, but a secular state, and according to the rule of a secular state, the territorial sovereignty of other countries should be respected. But the right-wingers of Hindu nationalism don't think so. They distinguish their borders by religion, denounce secularism as an incomplete concept, and have territorial ambitions to grow and take over their neighbors' land.
ये गलती हो गई, सब कह रहे, सब मानते हैं। आप देखिए, जो अपनी हठधर्मिता के कारण भारत से अलग हो गए, अपनी संस्कृति से अलग हुए, क्या वो अलग हो गए उससे अभी इस क्षण तक सुख में है? वो दुख में है।
If two Germanys can come together, if two Vietnams can come together, what makes you to think that two Pakistan and India cannot come together?
It's these groups like the RSS, after a century of development, have now been able to infiltrate all walks of life in India, and even Prime Minister Narendra Modi and many of his senior cabinet officials are members of the RSS. Since Narendra Modi came to power, the BJP government has formulated a number of laws, regulations and public policies with obvious Hindu colours to promote the implementation of Hindu radicalism across India. Laws and policies have been passed to elevate these evil ideologies at the expense of Muslims and Christians out in India. That's why this map doesn't mean what the Ministry of External Affairs has said or what even Jai Shankar, the Indian foreign minister, has blabbed, but the map means highlighting the takeover of neighbouring territories. They see this as the norm. Personally, I don't understand why Narendra Modi has such a crazy obsession with territorial issues. There's no legal basis for Akhand Bharat today. The idea is flawed, especially since they continue to have problems in Muslim-majority Kashmir. How will they manage Pakistan and Bangladesh in this equation? Modi government knows this themselves, but the whole Akhand Bharat concept is being used to ignite something else. The deep penetration of Hindu nationalism and the growing radicalism didn't happen by accident. It's been observed and blessed by America. This is why the Americans favor India today. These ambitions are precisely the reason why the Americans want to use India to provoke and try and contain China with territorial issues. So we go back to this question. Can Akhand Bharat, undivided India, encompassing Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Myanmar become a reality? Absolutely not. It's a dream that these radicals hold. Wait until it turns into a nightmare, because dreamers just dream, they never do. India under Narendra Modi doesn't concentrate on developing its own economy and solving the problem of extreme poverty among its citizens. For goodness sake, we are in the age of information, and it was only last year in the Global Hunger Index, India ranked 107th out of 121 countries. India is a lot more hungry than Pakistan. With a score of 29.1, India has a level of hunger that is serious, but there's no drive in India to eradicate hunger. Instead, Narendra Modi is hell-bent on building a false sense of self-confidence by promoting ideas of Akhand Bharat. They are travelling in the same direction which Japan did in the past. Japan spread no effort for the Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere. The Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere was a concept that was developed in the Empire of Japan and propagated to Asian populations, which it occupied from 1931 to 1945. And look what happened to Japan. It ended up swallowing the atomic bomb. When will these Hindutva radicals in India wake up from their silly dreams? Thanks for listening to the Independent Islamic Republic in India today. Asalamualaykum. Namastay, kushameedeed. Have a wonderful night.